When I was a child, I truly believed that love within a family was weightless. I thought love was infinite, like the sky above or the time that slips through your fingers. But in our family, love was measured. And the scale always tipped toward my older sister, Emily. Emily was the pride of the family. Her photo framed above the fireplace. Her certificates hung on the walls like holy icons. And my achievements. They were stuffed into a dusty box in the closet, like seasonal junk. Even when I won a citywide graphic design contest once, Mom barely said, "Well done." Because that same week, Emily had taken second place in an international Olympiad. That, apparently, was more important. Dad died when I was 15. He was the only one who noticed me. The only one who knew I loved drawing. He brought me books about architects, watched old city documentaries with me at night. With his death, the house fell into silence, but only for me. Emily cried for a week. Mom, for 3. I said nothing. Because I knew tears wouldn't bring back the only person who ever saw me. After Dad, the house became hers. The age of Emily. Everything revolved around her. Her school, her tutors, her dreams. I was just in the background. When it came time to apply for university, I dreamed of studying architecture in St. Petersburg. Mom nodded and smiled. Told me it was a great idea. But one night I overheard her on the phone with Grandma. "We have to invest everything in Emily. She has a future. And Alex, well, he'll manage. Artists always starve anyway." That sentence cut deeper than anything ever had. I left at dawn without saying a word. Just 3,000 rubles in my pocket. Burning pain in my chest. They didn't just forget me, they erased me. I lived in a dorm at a community college in Kazan. Delivered packages. Worked construction. Built 3D models on an old laptop at night. My friends were concrete and caffeine. My family, blueprints and code. Within a year, I launched my first website, a basic renovation catalog. By year 2, I had a team. By year 3, investment and an office. I worked 16-hour days. Fell asleep at my desk. Skipped meals for days. I had goals. And I hit every one. I stopped being Alex. I became Alex Dorset. A new name to bury old wounds. I was invited to conferences, gave talks to young professionals, got featured in magazines. No one knew I used to survive on instant noodles to pay for server hosting. Then one day, I saw her. Emily? On a billboard promoting a charity youth forum. Speaking about equal opportunity for all. Something snapped inside me. I knew what equal looked like in our family, it meant 0 for me. Her smile on that poster was fake. I knew the real Emily. Demanding. Arrogant. Entitled. The world, in her eyes, owed her everything by default. Revenge isn't an emotion. It's a project. I got to work. Step 1, earn their trust. Step 2, find their weaknesses. Step 3, strike where it hurts most. I sent my mother a letter, pretending to be from an educational foundation offering her a partnership. Of course, she jumped at the chance. She craved status. Craved relevance. Then I approached Emily. I became the anonymous benefactor for her startup. We met at some hip cafe. She didn't recognize me. Hair shorter. Voice deeper. Posture straighter. My smile was plastic. My soul, locked away. She laughed at my jokes. Sent selfies captioned with my best investor. Invited me to her panels. I smiled. I nodded. I watched. Within 2 months, I was back inside that house. The house where my childhood was boxed up in plastic in the basement. My old sketchbooks. My handmade models. My voice, trapped in silence. She hadn't even thrown them away. Just stored them like forgotten trash. I started gathering intel. Emily had been double billing grants. Faking reports. Getting help from an ex in the mayor's office. I recorded calls. Saved screenshots. Built my case like a murder trial. Then I started the small sabotage. Whisper campaigns. Anonymous posts. Leaked videos from company parties, where Emily trashed her competitors. I paid a PR agency to inflate the scandal. First, one sponsor pulled out. Then another. Her startup began to crumble. Mom called friends in panic. Cried to her club circle. And then, she called me, asking for advice. Begging me to save Emily. She didn't recognize the voice of the son she abandoned. I planned the finale like a Broadway act. I invited both of them to a leadership gala. Claimed Emily was being awarded. She came, all smiles. Mom dressed like she was entering Parliament. The room darkened. A screen lit up. Bank records. Email chains. Voice memos. Then, a childhood drawing. Then, my voice. A recording from when I was 8. Hi, I'm Alex. I want to be an architect when I grow up. Silence. Emily gasped. Who are you? I stepped forward. Took off my glasses. You really don't recognize your own son. Mom's hand trembled. Emily looked like she'd seen a ghost. You spent your life building hers. On the ruins of mine. Now I've returned the favor. I left the room as they broke into sobs. Outside, my cab was waiting. My suitcase in the back. I had my passport. Tickets to Lisbon. A new contract waiting. A new chapter. But inside. Nothing. I had won. Why did it still feel like losing?